We have some more big news coming in as moral science politics now erupts in Karnataka. Karnataka Mantri meets with the priests to discuss the syllabus in the state. Karnataka government now mulling over a religious panel to teach moral science in educational institutions. Now, inputs by priests will be formally included and imbibed in the education system, particularly in the moral science classes. That's precisely what the BJP government is now mulling over. And this comes right after a series of backlash and controversies in topics of textbooks. Karnataka Primary Education Minister B.C. Nagesh had called for a meeting of priests from all communities to take their inputs and decide on the syllabus of moral science at the Vidhan Sauda today. It's almost a formal meeting to try and include some religious perceptions or ideas into educational system. In fact, moral science is a subject. This is a subject in state syllabus. Moral science is a subject that is included as part of the syllabus, and now Karnataka BJP government deciding that they are going to get an understanding from priests of all religions and include their views in moral science subject. And this was formally done at the Vidhan Sauda itself, where Karnataka Education Minister B.C. Nagesh called in priests of different religions and consulted with them on how they could tweak moral science and make this more moral for students to learn as part of their educational system. They discussed value-added education in the syllabus of moral science education with stakeholders that include K. Kasturi Ranjan, the head of NEP committee. They've also suggested to form an all-religious committee to take this forward. Basically, you have priests from every religion who will be included, involved, and their views will be taken. Let's take a listen.
Value-based education for the children is must, and many have suggested how it has to be brought in. The main thing is that it cannot be thought, but it has to be, idealism has to be placed by practice. Many suggestions they are putting, like telling stories, doing dramas, and the students themselves should be acting in that. All such suggestions are coming, and particularly even about the teachers. The teachers should also be the models in the classroom.
दूसरी तरफ की तालीम के ही ज़रिए से होती है, एजुकेशन के ज़रिए से होती है, तो इसको हम लाजिम बनाएं कि हमारे मुल्क के छोटे बच्चे जो पहली जमात से लेकर 12वीं जमात तक किसी भी तरह हर बच्चा तालीम हासिल करने वाला बन जाए, उनके हासिल करने में किसी तरह की कोई रुकावट पेश ना आए। लेकिन वैल्यू एजुकेशन के आड़ में किसी भी मजहब पर टिप्पणी नहीं होनी चाहिए, उनकी जो बेसिक चीज़ें हैं उसको पामाल नहीं करना चाहिए। इस सिलसिले में भी मैंने बात रखी है।
People of all religions have been called here and they are giving their opinions, and therefore we feel, and it's the feel of the people also, that when we our children cross the borders of our state or the country, they should be universal citizens, for which we should teach them universal human values, not from one religion, different religions.
India is a workshop of thousands of years. A lot of things have been worked out to make a healthy, happy, progressive, integrated and evolved human being. So all those great workshops from anywhere, from any religion, from any group, the great good ideas which will promote values, which virtues, sadguna sampannata, that is what is needed. Again, dividing in groups again and different bracketing people doesn't, augur well.
All right, I'm going to quickly cut across to Sagai Raj, who's still with us, tracking those developments coming in from Karnataka. Sagai, a lot of allegations against the BJP government at this point that they are attempting to saffronize the education system. These are the allegations that they've been facing at least over last year after the review committee decided to exclude some of social reformers' topics and include some of the hardliners onto your actual mainstream educational textbooks. Now this is another attempt where priests and their views will be taken in to actually draw out the moral science syllabus. It's surprising. Tell us a little more on how far this has been drawn out.
Nabila, as you rightly pointed out, that this particular controversy with the textbooks refuse to die in the state of Karnataka, whether it is from the committee which has been formed to draft the topics as well as the syllabus, as well as the textbooks and the cover page and the content and forward, everything has been a controversy in the BJP government in the state of Karnataka. We have seen that many of the thinkers, poets, writers who had criticized the state government on the kind of subjects which has been drafted inside the syllabus. Now the Karnataka government have come forward and invited the priests from all communities. Yesterday we have seen a priest from Hindu community, Islam community as well as Christians, where they have invited them to go ahead and draft a syllabus for moral science. Everybody had requested for a value-based education even in the moral science, and a committee should be formed where they should go ahead and listen to the suggestions given by all these priests and try to enforce all those things in the syllabus. So the next meeting will be deciding on the committee and the kind of suggestion which is given by all these priests. Definitely it is a good move, but there is a lesson learned from the primary education department from their past experiences.
All right, but as we see, there are close to 8 revisions that have been directed, and we saw this has triggered huge protests over the last few months itself. Several communities, writers, students who have come out in protest against this kind of rejig within the education system, claiming that this is selective targeting. Many of the social reformers, their topics have been fully dropped from the education system, while a few other controversial figures have been added. Now, this is a move, it appears, to try and bring in all communities together. That's what B.C. Nagesh attempts to be doing here. He is calling priests from the Hindu, Muslim, Christian communities and trying to inculcate their views in moral science subject of all the way from 1 to 10 in Karnataka.